Hi guys, welcome to my Adobe Specialist Skills audit presentation. I'm going to be going through each one of my skills, just explaining why I chose them, how I plan on demonstrating success with each of them, and also my current skill level. So first is tracking effects, more specifically single point, 2-point and 4-point tracking. To demonstrate success, I would like to record 3 separate videos, each establishing the different tracking shots, as well as indicating my production workflow, maybe through like a time lapse or a short how-to sequence for you guys to watch. With 4-point tracking, I would like to track a video onto another object, such as a phone or a television set, showing the process and the finished result. Personally, I've been getting into videography pretty recently, and even though this isn't a skill that I want to use for my graduate project, it's definitely a lifetime skill to have, and also I can help others on their graduate projects as well. So my current skill level for this one so far is a 2 out of 10. Next is 3D tracking, and this ties in perfectly with the week before. For this week, I want to advance my tracking knowledge further and put emphasis on 3D tracking and understand how to analyse a 3D spacetime in. Personally, I just believe it's a really important skill to have in the world of work. Tracking can be useful in a number of different cases, whether you need to map text onto an object within your footage or a client needs you to replace a computer screen with other information. I can definitely use last week as a stepping stone for progression, and I can use the footage that I recorded last week and advance that myself and update the same footage recorded. It just ties in well. For me to be able to demonstrate success, I would like to place an object into the 3D world, showing like a beginning and end and record myself on the Adobe After Effects timeline. I would also like to do research and do more readings about 3D tracking and its uses as well, specifically for placing text. So my skill level is 0 out of 10 because I don't know too much about 3D tracking at the moment. Next is keying and masking. Now this definitely reflects what I want to do for my graduate project, and I'm planning on creating a 1-minute promotional shoot involving a green screen, and I just believe this is definitely something useful in the world of work and could increase someone's employability in the TV industry. In terms of demonstrating success and what I want to achieve, I'm planning on recording a green screen sequence that I can develop further, and maybe just do like a time lapse of the setup, which can be included in my presentation, and show you guys the final piece as well. Next is cinemagraphs. Now, since mentioned in the seminar last week, I used my time this week to do research into the post-production process of cinemagraphs, and I inspected a plethora of different portfolios developed by other creative individuals. This allowed me not to only understand that this was a skill I'd like to attain, but also inspired me for my graduate project. So in order for me to demonstrate success, I would like to create a cinemagraph using maybe just stock images or like use a stock video, and then also within the same week use my own videos and edit them instead. This way I can create my own unique style and show a time lapse of my progress and show growth, as they're pretty quick to explain as well. I'm definitely excited to get involved with this as it's kind of like a new medium of media, and I just find it really interesting. Next, it's text effects. Now, I want to be showing different developmental stages of a 70s, 80s themed text effect. My plan of action was to do research into the time period's aesthetic, as well as experimenting and investigating with keyframing in more depth. It ties in perfectly with the overarching theme of my graduate project and will definitely boost my self-confidence when it comes to developing it. I would like to commit to do more readings with examples of this so I can build up on my keyframing skills, as this was a skill that I struggled with quite a bit in second year. So it's a 3 out of 10 in terms of my skill level. Next, it's binaural audio. Now this covers 3 weeks worth. So the first week will be general setup and timeline. The next will be adding voice and sound effects. And then it'll be dealing with hums, clicks, pops, and scratches. So within these 3 weeks, I want to develop a short binaural piece just to practice using Foley, and I'm using copyright-free sounds, as well as just showing pictures and contributing to the presentation with my progression, and just like an update will be shown every week of how it's doing. This is the main part of my graduate project, so it's definitely something I want to focus on, and I really enjoyed it in second year, so I know half of it. I just need to be reminded how to use Audition again, because it's the one I use least. Last, it's tones, curves, and colour grading. For my last week, I want to branch out and be productive with camera kit as well, and advance my skill set by physically creating my own content, as well as maybe doing side-by-side comparison shots of what I've achieved and comparing this to other work as well. I've already looked at a book throughout this week. It's a colour correction handbook by Alexis Van Herkman, and she covers kind of a lot of colour temperature controls, colour curves, saturation adjustments. So this is a reading I'd like to look at as well. So it's a 4 out of 10 in terms of my current skill level. And these are my references.